Welcome to another episode of the Late Night Podcast with me, Jbirdy, and him, Daddy AD. We're here. We're doing things.
Been a while, brother.
It's been a little
What's
bit.
good with you, kid?
Not much, man. Just got done with the holiday season. You know, blackout get together sooner than later.
Sooner than later. Be on the lookout for that. That's gonna be a good time. Speaking of, hold on. Boom. Speaking of, we're finally gonna meet Herc, dude, in real life, dude.
In real life, dude. IRL.
I'm excited for that.
In real life, Herc.
It's a real life Herc, man. But anyways, how the weekend? How the fuck? It felt like one long weekend. It's been like 3 weeks. How the last couple of weeks been for you, kid?
You know, a little hectic. It's the holiday season. You know, who you got to buy gifts for, who's buying gifts for you, you know, where you going for dinner. If you're going to, I didn't even make it New Year's, bro. I didn't even make it 12 o'clock. No, dude. I was out by 10:45.
Yo, you hear that?
My brother backing out of the driveway.
Oh, Lord. You don't got good brakes or what?
It's wet outside. He's got a pickup truck.
Anyways, but yeah, I wondered because I texted you, I think, New Year's, and I was like, this nigga asleep?
I was out, dude. Out.
And Gabe told me, he was like, yeah, I talked to him early. Like, he worked early or some shit, and he did.
I think it worked at like 7 a.m. the next day.
Oh man, I'm excited for the fucking Florida trip though. It'll be a good time. Hopefully, we get pretty much everybody there. I think we might be missing like one or two people, give or take. Like Big Homie said he was gonna come, but I don't know if he really can come because I think he said he was like going out of town the weekend before that. But he's like, I'm gonna try. I was like, cool.
Or,
but I know it's gonna be me, Llama, Herc, Hen Dog, Bird, maybe Gabe. I don't know if Gabe's going, but hopefully Gabe's going.
I don't know how he's gonna get down there, but
yeah, we'll figure that out if he comes. And we're gonna be in the Tampa streets.
In the streets,
where Mr. Voldemort used to play for 2 seasons. Oh man, but I kind of want to get your thoughts on like last week of NFL season, last regular season sideline. How'd you feel about it as a whole?
Well, it's coming down to the wire for my team in particular. So it's going to be a pretty exciting final week.
Who they play?
The Ravens.
Oh, that.
But they're sitting most of their guys because they already clinched.
Who, the Ravens?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still tough, though.
You know, we got to beat the Ravens, and then the Dolphins got to beat the Bills, and we make the playoffs.
Yeah. You think they can do it? I mean, with Lamar sitting?
Yeah, I think so. On a 2-0 run.
Who'd you guys beat last week? It wasn't the Raiders, right?
No, Seattle.
Yeah. Oh, the fucking Seahawks, the fucking underdog. Are they going?
No, I think they can too, but they have to win, and then some other team has to lose. Yeah.
I like that. If they make it to the playoffs, I'm gonna be rooting for them because the whole watching like throughout the sideline, I've been listening to what you guys saying. That's the one team where I'm like, every week I'm like, they could win this game. Like they shouldn't. It doesn't
Broncos
seem like
eliminated.
Yeah, Tang was telling me that.
Right.
What about the boys?
They're the second seed as of right now. I think it stays that way no matter what happens.
No matter what.
Yeah.
First round exit for them boys?
If not second, I think, yeah. I think so, dude.
Well, but how about sideline as a pod?
I think we're way better already from first episode to this episode.
Yeah,
and it's only been one season. The production value alone has gone up tenfold.
We got fucking Big Papa Andrew doing the thumbnails, which is dope.
Yep.
Next season will be a lot better in terms of like I was telling Tang I want to spend the off season of football preparing next season in terms of like getting shit like kind of set up where like thumbnails will look or a new logo, maybe some merch, like shit like that, like little things that could elevate the show overall. But it's definitely been a good it's good to watch you guys grow. It's like
I think it's been really entertaining. Even on our side, being on that side of the camera, it's been a lot of fun. You know.
One thing I noticed though, like without you guys or like without one of you, the show ain't the same. Like,
No, yeah.
it really is all three of you guys being there that gives it like that perspective. Last week I thought was a really good episode, especially when you guys got into that argument with Gabe.
Oh,
Because
about
I
the
was like,
Chiefs.
yeah, I was like, that's like the kind of conversation that will happen more often the more you guys get comfortable with like just doing the show itself. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like you guys wouldn't have had that type of conversation early on. I mean, obviously the Chiefs probably were winning at that point, but I'm just saying like how combative it got, like how there was like stats being thrown, shit like that. Was like that's the evolution of like what Sideline has become. Like a good conversation between the boys. Obviously, you know, you guys are trying to give your predictions, try to win the bread, which is your last week, dude.
Yeah, Tanger's pretty much got it. He's got me by 10.
This motherfucker won his fantasy too.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I was like, damn, son. I was like, that's good for the brand though. If you win, that's good for the sideline. You get that shit. Fantasy Tank champion. But yeah, overall, sideline's gonna be good coming next year. We got to figure out what we're gonna do for like the playoffs. Are we gonna keep it going?
We can. The episodes don't have to be as long because there's only so many games being played.
No, I mean like the pot.
Oh, I mean, you gotta see, yeah.
See, like either we keep it going and then winner takes all, or start it afresh and then you got the play like the postseason winner.
Yeah, we have to talk to the boys and see what they think.
Yeah, for sure. So. But sideline Thursdays 8 p.m. we be on that.
Be there, dude.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about some UFC shit because we haven't really chopped it up about much lately. And I feel like in the UFC world, a lot of shit's been going on in the last couple of weeks. We got UFC 300, obviously milestone card for the company, and like a couple months ago, you know, you could have put anybody on it. You could put John on it. You could have put Connor. Like that's how they were speaking. But like now, it feels like it's settling down, and it's not going to be as hype as people were thinking. Like they're even saying like the Connor. What was Connor's date? It wasn't UFC 300. It was like 2 after that. Or something.
Yeah, I think 2 after that at middleweight at 185. Well, this just came up on my fucking timeline.
I want to ask you about that. You think he's really fighting at 185?
I think so. I think he's too big to cut down.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I think he's just too big now. And
what does that do for them? Both of them.
If Connor wins, he gets Strickland.
Bro, I don't think he's fighting a real 185er.
I think so. Especially if it's Strickland.
I don't know, dude. Like that's kind of what you have to do with him, no matter what. Is like he wins this fight, especially because you know Michael Chandler, since he's been in the UFC, all fights have been very exciting fights.
Mm-hmm.
He's an exciting fighter. I don't expect nothing less from that. But like, if Connor does pull off the win, and it's an exciting fight, like it's belt or bust for him because you're not gonna put him against fucking Chimaev, bro. You're not gonna put him against like these dogs.
No,
like you can if you don't want to see him win, or his chances of winning being very slim. But like to me, the 185 thing kind of like, and the way he laughed, like I mean, that's being memed everywhere. They sound like an evil villain and fucking. What's that name? Austin Powers?
Yeah, Miss Dr. Evil.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Because again, like if Strickland loses against Duplessis, because Strickland has a fight.
Yeah,
you're not putting Connor against Duplessis.
No, it's the card that the money is Strickland versus Connor press conference.
Baby, I mean, you could put them on the same press conference at that point, though.
Yeah, but it's not as exciting if they're not fighting each other.
I mean, Strickland is very good at that. Well, that's one thing you got to give credit in terms of like press conference. Strickland, in every press conference, he's usually not talking to the person he's fighting. Yeah, because he does that beforehand or after, but like in the press conference, he's talking. I mean, he does still shit on them a little bit, but I mean, like the Alex Pereira one comes to mind, where he's like very complimentary to like Alex and like his skill set, not really shit talking to him, and then goes at Izzy.
Yeah.
Last press conference, I mean, he was going at pretty much everybody that was there. Like he at that point, he's like, you know, I'm getting this chance here. Obviously, he shits on Izzy too. He just doesn't like Izzy.
Yeah.
But other than that,
cartoons, dude, you ain't gonna beat me.
Which I mean, he proved it right. He proved
Yeah.
that. He proved that statement right. That statement aged well.
You
But
you can't jerk off the cartoons and think you're gonna beat me, dude. There's
I
no
also
such thing.
seen. I mean, you don't. I think Connor's. I mean, at least 170 too.
Yeah.
'Cause I could actually see him fight at 170. But think about it. Like when he went up to 170, Nate Diaz, who's not the biggest, he might be like maybe in terms of height,
Yeah.
maybe like bigger, but like stature, he could fight with Connor in terms like being like similar sizes. But like, bro, 170, you fighting a Leon Edwards against Connor. Good fight because both stand up. But at the end of the day, like especially with the wrestling Leon showed against Colby, I don't know if he really can do that. So I feel like 155 is his best bet. But at 155, I heard Gaethje and Islam is coming to a close.
But I don't know if Connor can get down to 155 again.
Yeah. Somebody said Michael Chandler is not even close to 185.
Yeah.
Like at walking around weight.
Yeah, well, that's probably why they did it, because Connor knows he can't make 170, so let's do 185. We'll fight at 176.
Maybe.
Catch weight.
Again, it's belt or bust for him. Like you get a big win against Chandler, perfect opponent. You know the fight's gonna come. You know it's probably gonna be a knockout. To be honest, one of them's gonna slip or finish or put down. You give him a belt, but like, god damn, like Duplessis. I'm telling you, Duplessis could beat Strickland. Not that I don't think he will. I'm kind of going for Strickland at this point.
I think Strickland's the best champion the UFC's got.
Just because you like his personality. I don't
He's that
think
guy,
so.
dude.
I don't think skill wise he's not. And in a division like that,
he beat Izzy.
He did, but Izzy wasn't like sharp either.
Maybe he just couldn't be sharp against.
No, that's very true. No, great point. That's very true. But when you watch it back, I watched it back recently, or like within the last couple of weeks, and I felt like this is not the Izzy that was like flowing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, he also almost got knocked the fuck out 45 seconds in. Yo,
I forgot about that actually.
Yeah, dude, he fucking should have knocked him out right there.
Damn. I don't know. I mean, Strickland had like, I think DC said it that night. Like he pitched a perfect game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't put himself in harm's way. Like you gotta give it to him. He was the better fighter at that night. But again, a Duplessis is a scary guy because he has power.
Yeah.
You got Robert Whittaker who's like looming. Obviously lost to Duplessis, but that's more of an interesting. I feel like if Duplessis wins, the Robert Whittaker fight's a little bit more interesting, especially if Robert goes and wins again. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the fight. Like, all right, let's see what happens. But what do you think about Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad?
Oh, Edwards, it's 2 rounds. Muhammad's gonna turn into like Brendan Schaub.
I think Muhammad's really good, but right now Edwards is like. When you talk about skill,
you can put him in the ring with anybody right now.
I think so. Like when you talk about skill, like I think he's a step better than Strickland. A step. Like I'm not saying by a lot, but like Islam might be better than him for sure. Obviously, pound for pound. Volk, same thing. I mean, if you go off of Volk's last fight, I don't really count that because again, moving up short notice, Islam. It's kind of tough. Yeah, it's tough on that situation. O'Malley's still very young, still got a lot to prove. O'Malley's fighting Cheeto, which I think that's gonna be a great card. I think it's gonna be a great fight. Obviously, more of a O'Malley fan in terms of like UFC for a longer period, but I am a fan of Cheeto. I hope that fight goes pretty well. That's gonna be February, I think.
I think O'Malley's gonna kick his ass.
Maybe. That shows O'Malley, like if he does kick his ass, I don't think he finishes him. I think it's like if he does beat him, it's gonna be like a 5-round, like I outclass you type shit.
One of those O'Malley walk-offs.
Could be. He could very. I mean, he has right now the best. He has the best out of all the champions. He is the knockout guy.
Yeah.
I mean, heavyweight aside.
Yeah, and Leon, because that's how Leon got it.
Yeah, but even then, he doesn't knock a lot of people out. He couldn't even finish Kobe like that, to be honest.
Yeah.
The UFC 300 is gonna be, or they're saying it's locked. Leon versus Muhammad, probably main event. They haven't announced if it's a main event. So, what could be What could be an event over that, or a fight over that heavyweight?
What, Aspinall versus fucking whoever?
Yeah, you
For
just
the
keep that
interim?
going though. The interim belt just keep going until John comes back.
Why not? He'll be back within the next 3-4 months, I think.
Nah, think so.
Yeah, I think it's been like 4 months already.
Interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of shit's gonna shape up. We're still early on the thing. We don't even know the full fight cards for like the first event.
No, yeah.
So
Then
we're
we got
just
the
kind of
Sphere coming up
bullshitting now.
next year.
Say again. Oh, the Sphere.
Yeah, next
That's
year.
next year.
Yeah,
25.
I think so. Yeah.
That's gonna be a crazy event.
I'm just interested to see what he's gonna do. Is he gonna play the fight on the Sphere, or is it gonna be Joe Rogan like this? You know?
Maybe both. You know what I mean? Like edit, you can, because in that perspective, you just change it. Kind of like how we switch scenes. It would be like that, obviously, on a bigger scale, but that would be nuts. You see someone get knocked down, and then Joe Rogan's reaction immediately after.
Yeah, him in DC.
Yeah. Oh my god.
John,
John,
they got starch at the announcing booth. That's what's gonna be happening. That's what's gonna be crazy if John Jones ever gets knocked out.
Yeah.
The announcers, Joe Rogan.
DC with a big ass smile.
Is he DC running the ring with the mic? John.
DC's
John.
giving the guy the belt. Here, take it.
Very good. I couldn't take it, but you got it. It's yours.
This is for you. This is you. How does it feel to knock out that piece of shit?
Plot twist: the person who knocks out John pisses dirty. Yo,
Nah, bro. That would be nuts.
they find 7 picograms
especially
in
because you saw
blood.
it. Nah, it's not Aspinall, dude. I'll put it on him, dude. Put it on Steve Bay before Aspinall, dude. What the fuck?
Aspinall beats John, dude, and it gets the asterisk.
Oh my god. But then you know what you gotta say, right? The thing you always say for John. He got a loss for beating his ass so bad.
Oh my god, that really happened to John Jones, though.
No, for real.
It's so fucked up. He beat up a deaf guy. Every time I tell this story, people are like, yo, the guy was deaf. I said, no, he was deaf before. John didn't make him deaf. He was already deaf, dude.
He was hearing impaired before, but now I'm sure he's never
he hears way better. He took an elbow to the cranium, dude, like 4 of them. Straight to the bridge, like above the bridge of the nose. The ref was like, 12-6. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh. John gets up. I win. The ref's like, no, you didn't.
No, you beat his ass. Yeah. You didn't win, though.
You didn't win. We can't give this to you.
No.
That right there is when John Jones started doing cocaine.
That night.
First pump that night.
That night's crazy.
You see John walking around the ring. And winner by disqualification. Dana.
Bro, imagine that was like he went on a bender and somebody was like, yo, this will take your mind off of it.
And he was like, yeah, let me see that. Oh. Yeah. 2 assholes are going to do a podcast about this later.
You're going to put me in a Chuck E. Cheese somehow.
With DC, Old Fly.
Oh my God.
No, fun Jeter fact. He's seen 22 pitchers in the playoffs that made the Hall of Fame.
Damn.
Derek Jeter faced 22 Hall of Fame pitchers in the playoffs.
That's nasty. I mean,
he said Roy Halladay gave him the hardest time.
Roy Halladay was like, at one point, the nastiest pitcher on earth. Like, his curveball was so disgusting.
He gave him the hardest time. He said, but Pedro was the best pitcher he ever faced.
Easy.
He said that Pedro had the best. That he had the best of every pitch. He said, but Roy Halladay just knew how to pitch to him.
I mean, matchups make same thing like fighting, like styles make matchups, and like Roy Halladay was like he was like a cutter, very like big curveball kind of guy. So I'm sure Jeter grounded out a lot against him.
Yeah, and then he was talking about Roger Clemens because I guess the rumor was Roger Clemens didn't talk to hitters even on his own team, and Derek Jeter's like, no, never spoke to the guy. Wasn't very friendly. They said he stuck to himself in the bullpen. Really, he goes. I try to jokingly tell him because I guess he hit Jeter with more pitchers than anybody else. So he's like, I jokingly like said, he goes, he just looked at me like, all right, dude. and like went on with his day. And he hit me a bunch of times. People like, yo, why don't you rush the mound? He goes, do you know how big Roger Clemens is? He's like, I'm not rushing the mound. Are you crazy? He's like, I'll take first. But Jeter said, yeah, we never spoke. He didn't talk to hitters.
Weren't they on the same team?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Jeter said that he didn't talk to the hitters. He goes, even during the All-Star game. Everybody he said he didn't talk to hitters.
That's weird as fuck. I mean, I understand it from a pitching standpoint because there is that like divide. Like you're always with the pitchers, hitters are always doing their own thing. But also like in the majors, like in high school, college, and all that shit doesn't really make sense because like 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna be on the same team as another hitter. You know what I'm saying? So like, or your teammate's not gonna be on another team and have to face him.
Yeah.
You know, in the majors, that will be the case. So it's like you don't want to be too friendly, I guess. But that, I don't know. He always seemed like he like portrayed himself to be like a nice friend, like family guy type of thing.
I don't know, dude. I'm pretty sure didn't he throw a bat at fucking Mike Piazza?
Yeah, but that's like I look at it different because like I'm a different person. Like when I played, I was a different person off the field than I was on the field. Like on the field, I was just a piece of shit.
You can't throw a fucking bat at
but I would
Mike Piazza because the bat broke.
But I would though, like you know what I'm saying? They had to have beef. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think there was any issue at all.
There's no way.
The bat like broke and it like rolled to the mound, and as he was taking first, Clemens took the bat and threw it back at Piazza.
He said he thought it was the ball. I remember.
Get the fuck out of here. And Piazza, you see him running the first, and he's like,
"What the fuck?
Did he just throw a bat at me, dude? The fuck is that all about? All right, I'm gonna hit a home run off this motherfucker after 9/11. Watch this."
Greatest home run of all time.
That and fucking Bartolo Colon.
Even what was that? San Diego? You remember that one? He hit into like the second deck.
Yeah, when he played for the Mets, he was the oldest player to ever hit his first homer.
He said like that.
It was out of there.
Sheesh.
Out of there. His first home run in the history of fucking his career. You know, there's been some crazy like baseball like players. Like R.A. Dickey was great 3 seasons.
The greatest
dude of all time for 3 seasons.
He's one of the best Mets pitchers of all time.
Of all time, dude. And,
easy.
And then he went and won a ring with the fucking Toronto.
He didn't win a ring with them.
They beat us. Didn't they beat us with him on the team?
They didn't win a ring. No, I don't think they ever won a ring.
I'm pretty sure they beat us, dude. That's what the last World Series we lost was against Toronto.
No, dude. That was when I was in New York. He was on the Blue Jays though. Interesting.
I'm pretty sure that's who beat us, dude.
No, I don't think so, dude. I'm trying to think of the team. It's the Cubs or some shit. Not the Cubs. Okay, I'm tripping. Mets last World Series, dude. Boom. Yeah. The Royals beat.
It was, yeah.
It was a Blue Jays, close enough. But he did go to the fucking Blue Jays, and his knuckleball didn't knuckle anymore.
No, yeah, it didn't knuckle anymore.
That guy was using fucking pitching stuff, the sticky stuff.
Yo, dude, he was going nuts over there, brother.
No, but when he was on the Mets, bro, he was legitimate the best player in the MLB. Yeah. Like he was just disgusting. His shit, because you know what made him different is that he threw a knuckleball, but he threw 85.
Yeah,
most knuckleballers. His knuckleball was nasty. Yeah, his knuckleball was nasty. Moved a lot. He controlled it as best as he could because you can never control a knuckleball. He had a good. Also, I appreciate he had a good changeup, and then his fastball was 85. Where Tim Wakefield, who was like the last knuckleballer before him, who was really great, threw 73.
Yeah,
you add in 12 miles an hour to a fastball and still got a knuckleball that's 50 miles an hour. Like
that pitcher's gonna die out, though. Unfortunately, there's nobody teaching that anymore.
So some people still throw it, but
yeah, very little. It can only really be used if it's your primary pitch, really, to get really good at it.
Nah, you can use it as like a secondary, but you have to be very confident with it as a secondary.
Yeah, because if it floats out there, it's a wrap for you. Have a nice day.
See, if it's your primary pitch, you'll let yourself get away with.
I've seen Dickey throw, fucking knuckle, strikeout, knuckle, strikeout, pop up, knuckle, pop up. He threw a perfect game, didn't he? Or no hitter?
No, I don't think so. I looked that up too.
Maybe.
I
remember when they had the R.A. Dickey likes him young signs because they wanted the Cy Young.
That's crazy. No hitter. Nah, one hitter. He one hit the Phillies, one hit the Rays. His second, he threw 2 1-hitters in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, last one for the Mets was the GOAT, Johan. But I always said Pedro, to me, like growing up, Pedro was my favorite pitcher. I think he was the best, he was the best pitcher.
Yeah.
Talking about like putting it all together, competitor.
Yeah. Like the John Jones. He doesn't do any individual thing better than anybody else.
I mean, he did throw 97, but he wasn't. His fastball had a lot of movement. Changeup was filthy. His curveball was filthy. His fucking location. That's the best thing. Like that guy could spot up, and he was just a big time pitcher, bro. Think about it. He wasn't the ace, but he was like their number one guy because they still had like John Smoltz and shit.
I was watching this thing about the Diamondbacks and how if they wouldn't or not, was it Diamondbacks? No, it might have been the Diamondbacks. And they had Randy Johnson and Pedro on their roster at the same time, and they both got traded to other teams. The Expos, and they both got traded to other teams. That if they would have, they said, what kind of a 1-2 punch you would have gotten in a 7-game series?
Oh my god, bro!
And if it goes to 7, you see them both twice,
and you don't even see them like they're totally different pitchers.
Yeah,
they're not even like similarly close. They don't throw the same shit.
No, one of them's coming at you 101.
One stature 7 foot 101. Like what the fuck? And then you face Randy the first game because you're gonna start Randy.
Yeah,
and then you face Pedro the second game. Like, come on, bro. What the fuck?
And they had a third too. And
they had. Think about it. At the same time, they would have had Guerrero. They would have had Vlad, son. They would have had Vlad. Roy Halladay came in like what? Probably like 2000, 2001 or something like that. Because like 03, he was the guy.
Yeah, but this was like an 89.
That's what I'm saying, bro. But think about that. 89. Pedro played until fucking 2009, 2000. No, probably 2011 when I was in high school still.
Randy Johnson and Pedro.
Randy played less than Pedro.
Damn, they traded Randy and got Pedro.
Oh, damn. What the fuck?
In like a 4-team trade that could have landed them all on the same team.
Yeah, that would have been a crazy punch.
That's back with when Randy Johnson went to Seattle.
Wait, fucking Seattle had Pedro? Oh, no, you said 4.
No, it was like a 4-team trade. And it was for the drafting rights of Pedro Martinez. Damn. And then he went to the Mariners to become the greatest pitcher of all time. It said, would Pedro and Johnson have formed the greatest rotation duo of all time?
Oh, no, there's some good ones, dude. You can't count out the Braves.
Yeah.
Smoltz, Glavine, fucking fuck, why am I blanking on his name?
Oh, fuck.
G.
Oh, man.
Greg Maddux.
Yeah,
oh my god, that was a rotation. That and that's like a sleepy rotation because like.
Then you had the early 2000s Braves, the ones that used to beat the shit out of us all the time.
Them, they were on that team with Chipper Jones.
Yeah.
And Chipper Jones, Andrew Jones.
Yeah.
Fucking, they had a squad. The Braves had a squad, son.
Bunch of racist white boys.
That's what it felt like.
And then you had like Verlander on the fucking what was it on the Giants?
No, fucking. Well, Verlander went to the Astros. He had
The
Garrett Cole.
Astros. Yeah, when he was
He had Garrett Cole.
when he had a rocket over there.
The Giants, Tim Lincecum and Matt Cain, like those aren't like names you would like.
Yeah, Syndergaard and DeGrom.
Syndergaard, DeGrom, even though they weren't as successful.
Yeah, I mean
Pedro Johan.
Yeah,
when we got them, that was kind of like a what the fuck? Like we just got two really great arms right there, really great. I mean, both of them kind of old, but yeah, fuck it, yeah.
Yeah, but it was funny listening to Derek Jeter talk about
it. Andy Pettit, older Andy Pettit,
and then Rivera
to close it out. Oh yeah,
Jeter talking about Clemens was funny. He goes, "Yo, when you were up on the count, you knew a beam was coming." He said it was coming for your helmet. He goes, "You're up 3-1 on Clemens. Here comes a fucking rocket to your chin."
What did he say this on? He said it on that MLB show
that he's on. Yeah, I just seen clips of it on shorts or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was talking about it. Yeah, I guess Clemens hit him more times than any pitcher, and then he came to the Yankees. And then Jeter was like trying to joke with him about it. He goes, he just looked at me like, all right, dude.
He didn't give a fuck.
I gotta go pitch.
That's crazy. I wonder why. I've never heard him talk about. I wonder if his kids are like that.
Man, I don't know. Then you got like Nolan Ryan, who struck out the most like father-son duos ever. It's 25 fathers and sons that he struck out.
That's good. That man was old as hell when he was finished pitching.
And just kept pitching.
He was he was still like 40, throwing like upper 90s.
Yeah. Yeah. Now imagine if he started his career 10 years later in life, what he would have been throwing, the speed he would have been throwing. If he started his career 10 years later, if he was,
he was throwing. He had to be throwing 100.
Yeah, and that was then.
Yeah, for sure.
Just striking people out.
I remember the first. I think I said this all the time, but I remember the first person I ever saw throw 100 was Joel Zumaya on the Tigers.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh fuck, niggas do that? Niggas just throwing 100, bro."
To beat Nolan Ryan's record, somebody coming into the league today would have to average 17 strikeouts a game for like a 20-year career to have as many strikeouts as Nolan Ryan.
Shit, Ohtani could do
it. Yes,
he could do anything. He's 700 million worth.
Fucking guy, dude.
Yo, all right. Well, since we're fucking been talking about baseball, what do you think of the offseason moves with the Dodgers getting this fucking stacked ass team? Chris Sale just went to the Braves, and then they're saying the Braves are also looking at Trevor Bauer, who pitched in Japan, because he has like some some grape allegations.
I like Trevor Bauer.
I like Trevor Bauer as well. I watch his YouTube channel all the time.
I also like Zach Greinke.
He's cool. He's just. I think with Zach Greinke, I just think about it like if I would like meet him. Like, as a baseball player, I always thought this guy's a weirdo. Like if we were on the same team, I would not talk to him.
He asked to play like shortstop, dude. They're like, no, dude. You're like our ace pitcher. It's like, yeah, but I kind of want to play shortstop.
When he was sitting in the stands, I was like, nah, this guy. I would not talk to this nutbag.
Then he gets on and allows one hit, fucking nasty. And then wants to play shortstop. Coach like, no, dude, we're paying you to pitch, dude. You're not playing shortstop.
That's so stupid.
You're not even Dominican.
I heard this guy named Ohtani's coming. Let me play. But
I love Zach Greinke.
The fucking Dodgers, man.
Yeah, they've always been like this, dude. They're trying
but I think this is different. I feel like this is like you went overseas and got Team Japan, who is unanimously since the World Baseball Classic. Oh, something's in my eye. The best baseball team on the planet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The best.
You signed most of them.
And you just signed 3 of them. To me, that's a crazy move. I do like the Braves move, though, because they got Chris Sale. And if they do sign Trevor Bauer, he's got something to prove, man. He's coming for a Cy Young next couple years, I think. Watching him pitch in Japan, when he first got there, I was watching his YouTube. And he's like doing vlogs. Like he does vlogs and like glove reviews.
Okay.
And he was just like talking about how like when he got there, he got pretty lit up. His first couple, like they were just hitting and shit. He was also just getting back into pitching against live. Like that's a different feeling when you're playing a game even if you're scrimmaging, it's a different feeling when you're playing the game. You suit up, whatever. But then he just starts dominating, and they voted him to have the best curveball in Japan. The players voted him to have the best curveball in Japan. Which
Wow.
so I think, like obviously the allegations he had, and like, he got acquitted of all that. She like backed down all, like, I mean, he had all the receipts. It still kind of sucks that the MLB like, let you go. They didn't even put you in AAA. They let you go. They washed their hands of you.
They
Like,
said work your way back, dude.
yeah, and he did. So like, I think next couple of years he's gonna have something to prove. And if he's on the Braves,
Dodgers didn't sign him. We put in Japan, and they didn't sign him.
Nah, because he left. That was the last team he was on.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go back. Nigga, you guys let me go. You know what I'm saying? You guys let me, like, nah, fuck you. I'm gonna definitely beat you.
Yeah, they paid me, dude. I would go play for the Red Sox right now.
Right now.
Right now. Dude.
The fucking
They tell me first game is in Met Stadium. I'm taking it. Let's do it, dude. You gonna play with baseball money?
I used to want to play for the Red Sox because of Pedro.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't like the Red Sox at all, like, as a team. But I was like, there you go, striking somebody out in Fenway with like the jersey and then going crazy for you. That'd be crazy.
He walked to the dugout and Pedro's like, I got you, Papa.
Hey, he daps me up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then you
man.
come and then you fucking on Sports Center.
Then I wake up.
Now you're playing Trevor Bauer. That's a fucking
Kangaroo said false, but I don't know for what. Maybe Trevor Bauer getting a Cy Young. But he likes the Rockies, so nobody cares what he's got.
Randy Johnson had 4 in a row. That's fucking nuts.
I want to see what Shohei has to do is he has to win. I mean, he can, but like he has to win. Oh, he's talking about the real team. No.
Yo, he wins Cy Young.
What's this guy talking about? He knows they played each other, right? He said they mobbed him in 4 innings.
No, didn't they lose already? Yeah.
Yeah. They beat the USA beat Dominican Republic, dude.
Yeah,
Dominican Republic had to take Japan out.
Yeah.
Talking about Dominican Republic had the best tournament in the fucking WBC history to take Japan out just to lose to USA.
Oh man. Yeah, he won 4 Cy Youngs in a row. But what if Ohtani wins the pitching Golden Glove, right field Golden Glove, and Cy Young in the same season?
Oh, nigga, what if he wins the batting title and Cy Young?
Oh, Silver Slugger?
Nigga, what?
And Cy Young and Golden Glove on right field.
If he does that, he's winning MVP. Yeah. Off top. He's
then he's gonna get top, dude.
Well, that's really what that's what I meant. MVP and Cy Young.
Yeah.
You're the best player ever.
Gets a triple crown.
That's crazy. Pitching triple crown is a little easier, I think, than the hitting.
Yeah, the hitting triple crown is
like impossible. It's like literally.
Yeah. I think Cabrera did it twice, and before him, it hasn't been done in like 15
because
years.
If you're pitching, like hitting, you can have you're gonna hit every day, no matter what.
So you got to lead the league. What is it in hits, home runs, and average?
Average. Yep.
Yeah.
But pitching, you can just be flat out the best pitcher, and every time you go out, you shove.
Yeah.
And you're not giving up runs, and you're just leading everybody because every 5th day you're putting up better stats than
That's what was happening with DeGrom. People weren't getting on base. His ERA was like a 1.
Low-key, DeGrom is one of the better pitchers. It sucks that he didn't win.
I mean, he's the best pitcher in the NBA, in the major leagues.
He's been gone.
Can't stay healthy.
I mean, not that he can't. That's his first injury, I think. Like big injury. I think he had to but yeah, I mean,
you just can't hit off the kid.
I think it sucks that he goes to the Rangers and didn't get to pitch. You know what I'm saying? Like when they won the World Series, like fuck, dude. Like I got here to win a World Series. I mean, I got the ring. Don't get me wrong, but like I didn't get to pitch in it.
Yeah,
and that's another storyline. Like he's gonna come back with a vengeance on a World Series winning championship because he's probably gonna come mid-season next year. I would think, at least slowly. And if they make another playoff run, he's pitching in the playoffs. Like, and you add DeGrom to a World Series team, sheesh.
Yeah.
That's why the Dodgers had to do what they had to do. Right. Like, think about it. They got Scherzer, DeGrom on a fucking team that clearly can win.
Huh?
Crazy, man. Anyways, Bert.
The Dodgers doing Dodger things.
Yeah, they are trying to beat the Yankees. I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that wholeheartedly. And the
But,
Yankees are losing it. The Yankees, think about it. The Yankees have zero power with these teams now.
The Yankees went to the projects and picked up players, and they went to Japan.
Oh, but like these teams are even like none of these guys are like watching them do their well, I mean, obviously not watching the negotiations, but like hearing the meetings they were having, it was like the Yankees were never really front contenders for any of these guys.
No, because I think Judge just costed too much money.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they got fucking Giancarlo. He's not cheap either.
Oh.
You know, but their pitching is lackluster, and if Judge gets hurt, we can see that they can't win.
Dude, every time.
If Judge gets hurt, they can't win.
But one time they tried to make a good pitching thing, they got a World Series with CC.
Yeah.
They went after instead of going after a big bat, a big hitter, they went after a big pitcher and won a World Series because you already got good hitters.
Yeah, you already had Teixeira and Jeter and fucking Posada.
And of course, we talk about Mariano at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like,
A-Rod at one point in time.
You just got a workhorse in CC who's gonna shut like they're shutting niggas
out. 340 pounds.
340 pounds smooth.
Throwing steam. That fucking
he's also
with the baggy jersey.
He's like number 3 on my list. Pedro, Johan, him.
With the baggy, he had the baggy fit on.
Baggy fit, yeah.
Overlapped the fucking the cleats. And then they made him lose weight and he wasn't quite the same.
Nah, he lost a lot of power, which is the thing. Like, you could throw 95, but if you lose 20 pounds, you might not throw 95. You could throw better.
Yeah.
People throw better when they get skinnier, but some people just lose their power.
He didn't.
You're still all right, but he's still.
This someone, world the 5. Well, I think what has he got? 3 rings.
3 or 2?
CC's me. He might have 2.
Wait, because it was both with the Yankees.
Yeah.
Remember his playoff run with the Indians, and then like a year later went to the fucking Milwaukee team and had like a crazy. He like got traded mid-season and then brought them like crazy deep into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
CC was nasty, dude.
Yeah.
Nasty.
What a guy, man. What else we got, dude? What else we got?
I don't really have too much more, man.
No, yeah. Pretty much get out. I saw you were playing Minecraft with the boys.
Yeah,
you like it?
Now, though.
You like it?
It's all right. It's very repetitive.
I kept hearing like, "What do we do now?"
Yeah.
And Tang's like, he's trying. He's trying to explain shit, but he's just not good at it.
No.
Katie wants to play. And Katie's really like she's a Minecraft nerd, so she's got enchanted swords and shit. We could be put on and start killing people.
I don't know what any of this means, dude.
Me either. You know what I mean? I just know it's better than a regular sword.
Oh, nice. I'm still using cobblestone, dude. I'm running around here using cobblestone.
This guy. All right, man. Well, check me out on blackout_AD, Twitch, and YouTube. I've been posting that on YouTube consistently. Birds got sideline tomorrow, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Final week of the season. Come hear the boys' takes on how they think this end of season last week plays out.
Yes, sir.
I'm actually intrigued. AD, Daddy Beak. We out this bitch. Peace. Sleep on it.